Yeah.
He stays in India. He just came from.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What part?
Gujarat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There's one part, I don't think I've been to Gujarat. I've been to India many times.
Okay.
Not to Gujarat. But Gujarat has an auspicious history with many devotees of Krishna. And there's much natural devotion to Krishna in Gujarat. Jai Mahaprabhu. And Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, ISKCON's founder, he liked Gujarat very much. When he first returned to India with some Western disciples, I think 1970 or 71. And of course, the Indian populace was like amazed to see this guru with like lots of white Western followers, right? Yes. They're like, wow, it's amazing. And it was amazing. It is amazing that, that people from a completely different culture and background with different samskars were able to embrace a concept of devotion to Krishna. Were able to understand it and appreciate it and practice it, often more than those in India who were brought up with it. A little complacent. Yes, I know Krishna, but not much sadhana or actual realization, perhaps, in their lives. But, so they were astounded to see these Westerners like dancing, and we may say that.
They still do,
yes. We may say that their realization was a little novice, right? But they were like enthusiastic children.
Correct.
So that was being cultivated by Prabhupada. So he was showcasing this enthusiasm to the Indian population, taking them around various places, and they had these massive pandal programs in Mumbai, and then they went from Mumbai into Gujarat, and the crowds in Gujarat were huge. Thousands of people coming to these evening programs by Prabhupada to watch the devotees dance and sing and do kirtan, and then listen to a talk by Srila Prabhupada, and then eat prasad. And it almost was as if like half of Gujarat was coming. Kind of like Trump and Modi were there or something. Maybe not quite as many, but getting there. For a better cause too. And so Srila Prabhupada liked Gujarat a lot. He saw that there was much sukriti, much spiritual piety and natural good fortune amongst the people of Gujarat. So he appreciated them a lot. Particularly this one town, Ahmedabad, that's in Gujarat, right?
Yes, it is.
Particularly Ahmedabad.
It's the largest city in the state.
Okay, right.
Yes.
And they came out, and many people supported Prabhupada, both like in terms of attendance and also in terms of contributions and etc. So Srila Prabhupada was very happy with the events in Gujarat.
Yes. There is also significance of a place called Dwarika in Mahabharata.
Of course, yes.
Dwarika is in Gujarat.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Facebook Live is not working. But
that's
we are
okay, no
live on
problem.
YouTube.
Great.
So whenever you're ready, really.
Om Jnanathmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we're going to do some reading, and then we'll have some discussion and elaboration on the points from time to time, if we feel inspired. So the chapter is entitled Nam Guru and Mantra Guru. Student, I have heard that one has an eternal connection with the spiritual master, who first initiates one into the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, Maha Mantra, the Harinam Guru. Does he have a similar connection with the Mantra Guru? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Yes, we may see it as similar with a slight difference. Student, some devotees who took Harinam initiation from Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada later took their Gayatri mantra initiation from one of his disciples. Can you explain the distinction between the two initiations and how a disciple should view his relationship with two different spiritual masters? So there's a distinction being made here between what is called colloquially as first initiation, where one receives initiation into the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, etc. And that is then chanted on beads daily. You've seen devotees do this, right? Chanting japa,
Yes.
Harinam japa on beads of strings of 108. And so the initiation being referred to as mantra, as Nam initiation is that Harinam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And that is the initial or the first initiation. The second stage initiation is known as Diksha, or it's being referred here as the Mantra Guru. And that is the stage where one is initiated into the chanting of the Gayatri Mantra, and then is considered eligible to perform priestly activities like pujari activities such as worship of the deity and cooking, etc. for the deity. So one is considered, as will be explained here, one is considered requisite, and the other one is supplementary to that initial, to that primary initiation. So student, some devotees who took Harinam initiation from Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada later took their Gayatri Mantra initiation from one of his disciples. Can you explain the distinction between the two initiations and how a disciple should view his relationship with two different spiritual masters? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. The first importance should be given to the Nam Guru, or the Guru who initiates one into the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, and second to the Guru who gives initiation into the Gayatri Mantra. The Diksha Guru, initiating spiritual master, must be shown respect, and then all the other disciples of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada after that. First, honor must be shown to Prabhupada, who is the Nam Guru, the Guru of the Guru. The second honor will go to the Diksha Guru, and then to the rest, accommodating all. They should all be recognized according to their status. So this is somewhat of a technical point being discussed here, like an in-house type of technical point, where some people, towards the end of Prabhupada's physical presence on the planet, were given first initiation by Prabhupada, and then he passed away. So naturally they would want at some stage second Diksha initiation, but Prabhupada was passed away. So they would have to take technically from their godbrother, from someone who's also a disciple of Prabhupada. So the question here is how to honor both. It seems that we have one Guru, who is Srila Prabhupada, and then another whom we take Gayatri from, who is in fact also a disciple of Prabhupada, but then initiating us into Diksha, into Gayatri. They're wondering how to juggle that and in terms of showing respect to both. So Guru Maharaj says, they should all be recognized according to their status. Mantra, circle within a circle. Jiva Goswami has written that the name of Krishna is the principal thing in the Gayatri Mantra. Within the mantra, there are also so many other words, but the name is the most important. If the name of Krishna is taken away and replaced with some other name, the whole thing will be rotten. This is the decision of Jiva Goswami. The holy name of Krishna is all in all. The holy name of Krishna, therefore, the holy name of Krishna is there in the Gayatri Mantra, and so many other words are couched there. But if Krishna's name is taken away and replaced with the name of Shiva, then the whole thing will go to Shiva. The holy name is the all-important factor. The holy name of Krishna is so important that even the Gayatri Mantra may not be necessary. It is said, No diksham na cha satkriyam na cha purascharyam manag ikshate mantro yam rasanas prigeva falati Sri Krishna namatmaka. Padyavali, verse 29. One need not undergo all the purificatory processes or follow the 6 ritualistic ceremonies mentioned in the Vedas for a pious life. One need not even take initiation into the Gayatri Mantra. If one simply chants the holy name of Krishna without offense, everything will be successful. The holy name of Krishna is the most important consideration. The Gayatri Mantra may not even be necessary. We accept the mantra only to help the Nam Bhajan, the worship of the holy name. Otherwise, it may not be necessary at all. It has been judged in such a way. The name alone can do everything for a person. It is full and complete. The mantra helps us to do away with the aparads, offences, and the abhas, or hazy conceptions in our bhajan. The mantra comes to help us only so far. An example is given of larger and smaller circles. The holy name of Krishna is the larger circle. It extends from the highest to the lowest. The mantra circle is a smaller circle within the larger circle. The mantra cannot reach to the lowest point. The holy name can extend itself down to the lowest position. The mantra gives us entrance into liberation, and then the name carries us further. This is the nature of our connection with the mantra and the name. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj is making quite a substantial point here, that the Gayatri mantra, many people are chanting Gayatri mantra. It's quite a popular mantra because it is an old mantra from the Rig Veda, I believe. So it's chanted by many different groups inside the umbrella of what you might call Hinduism. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj is making the point that the power of Gayatri mantra is that it can give liberation or mukti, moksha, from the cycle of samsara. So it will take one, it will extinguish one's karma that is fueling their repeated cycle of samsara, and take them to the point of liberation where there's no more necessity or no more compulsion to again enter the material world, the Maya Shakti. However, there is a stage beyond that, and this is what demarcates Vaishnavism from, you could say, the broader gamut of Hindu culture and thought, is that once that place of liberation has been achieved, there is a place of activity or a realm of spiritual activity beyond that. So it is not simply a cessation of material, of a cyclic material existence characterized by alternating pleasure and pain, etc. Mukti or moksha puts an end to that. But Vaishnavism or Bhakti takes one into a dynamic plane of relationship with Krishna as Bhagavan, as a supreme person, as a being, all beautiful, all attractive and charming. So the Gayatri mantra takes one to a place of beyond the material world, but not into dynamic service and bhakti with Krishna as a person. And that's what the Maha Mantra does, over and above the Gayatri mantra. And so hence the concentric circles that being talked about, you can see it there. There's a larger circle and a smaller circle inside that one. So two concentric circles. And the inner one representing the Gayatri mantra, and the outer one, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is essentially like a comprehensive tool for taking one from the lowest position right up to the very pinnacle of a jiva's spiritual potential. The name extends to the lowest position, to the chandalas and the yavanas. Everyone can receive the name. There's no qualifications for it. But everyone is not eligible for the Gayatri mantra. Only after one has reached a developed stage can the mantra be conferred upon him. And the mantra's jurisdiction will be finished when liberation is attained. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita 1.7.73, Krishna mantra haiti have samsara mochana, Krishna nama haiti pave Krishnera charana. The Krishna Gayatri mantra liberates one from repeated birth and death in this world. The holy name of Krishna gives one shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. The Gayatri mantra helps us achieve liberation, and then the mantra retires. After giving us liberation, the mantra is finished, but the name will continue all along, from the lowest to the highest. In chanting the name, there is no mention of any petition. It is an address only. We should not chant with the mentality that, I want this. We must simply chant the name spontaneously, and that will encourage goodwill in us. So because the function of the mantra is limited, but the name is all important, the Nam Guru will be honored first, and next the Mantra Guru, and then the other Vaishnavas. God Brother Gurus. Student, how should a devotee who has taken second initiation from a God Brother regard his God Brother, as God Brother or Guru? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. It is inconceivably simultaneously one and different. Generally, that God Brother will be seen as Guru, according to the disciple's present stage. But if the disciple transcends and goes to his previous history, then he will see him more as a God Brother. But generally, in his present stage, he will see him as Guru, and in the background, God Brother. Student, you said the Harinam continues after the liberated condition. So, does the Gayatri Mantra Guru continue any activity with the devotee beyond the point of liberation? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. When he returns to the spiritual world, even the chanting of the holy name will be in the background, and the function of performing other services will come to the foreground. When one enters the Lord's domain, he will be given some function there in the service of Krishna, and that will be very conspicuous and prominent. At that time, the name will be in the background. When one goes to a particular group in a particular rasa, like Shakya Ras, then he will be given a specific duty under a group leader like Subal or Baladev. Shakya Ras is friendship with Krishna. So Baladev is, of course, Krishna's brother, and Subal is one of his childhood friends, one of his good friends. His service will have the first prominence, and the name will be in the background, helping, energizing. And all will be seen as Guru, but still there is a hierarchy. It is a family life. The Guru's Guru is there, but the disciple will work under his own boss, who has his boss. He will receive direction from his immediate superior. In this way, the hierarchy is there, and the disciple will gradually be transformed to that sort of function. Everyone is under some servitor, and their immediate duty will be to attend to that servitor and his orders. Student, many devotees cannot understand how it is that someone can have two gurus. Srila Sridhar Maharaj. That is because they are situated in a formal position. But when they enter into the substantial spiritual realization, they will not have such a grievance, because they will see what is Guru. Guru means one who has come to give Krishna consciousness. The formal difference will be reduced when one can catch the very substance of the teachings for which the Guru is respected. When one is intimately connected with the thread of divine love which the Guru comes to impart to us, he will accept it wherever it comes from. He will see it as a friendly relation, not antagonistic but cooperative. Although separate in figure, at heart both of the Gurus are the same, because they have a common cause. They have not come to fight with one another. They have come to fight only with the agents of Satan. If we can recognize the real thing for which we are approaching the Guru, then we will understand how to make the adjustment in our relationship with the Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, and Vatma Pradashak Guru. We are infinitely indebted to all our Gurus. We are helpless. What can we do? They are benevolent. They are infinitely gracious. They are my guardians. I may have many guardians. They are to look after my welfare. They have not come to destroy me. Student, Krishna descends with his associates, friends. Can we leave that door open? Is that okay? It's a little hot. Thanks. Cheers. Krishna descends with his associates, friends, and paraphernalia. Is this true of the Guru also? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Yes, but his associates were mostly recruited. Very few may be his eternal company. Are there any questions or comments? Contributions? No? That last question is a little interesting. So the student is asking, when Krishna descends, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that from time to time he comes into the world for two purposes. One is to have lila with devotees, to have various beautiful pastimes, and the other is to restore dharma, the dharmic balance on the planet. When things are going too much off kilter, then Krishna or an empowered representative of Krishna will appear to rectify the situation. And in such a circumstance, then Krishna will descend with all of his associates and his friends, and also his, what is called his paraphernalia. So all the articles and items associated with Krishna also appear in the world with Krishna. And they have their personhood as well. And so the question is, when an empowered guru, or any guru comes along and they collect followers and people come to them for spiritual guidance, the question is, are those people, have they come from the spiritual abode necessarily with the guru? Are they like eternal associates of the guru? And so Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, it's possible, but mostly they're recruited. So mostly the function of the guru is to, which implies that they're recruited, which means that the guru is taking them from a lower position to a higher position. If they were descending with the guru, then they would be simply enjoying lila, like as an eternal associate or a parishad. However, most of them are recruited, which means the guru is performing the function of an uplifter, as a rescuer, taking people that are in a position of spiritual ignorance and enlightening them. And such is the function of guru. Self-effulgent and self-evident. Student, how will we recognize the guru if he appears before us in another form or in a different body? Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya argued that Sri Chaitanya Dev could not have been an incarnation, but Gopinath Acharya told him, "You do not know the Shastra." No, Sarvabhauma said. In the scriptures it is mentioned that the Lord does not appear in Kali Yuga, but only in 3 ages, and therefore is known as Tri-Yuga. Gopinath Acharya replied, "You think that you know so much about Shastra, but in the Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata there is direct mention of the avatar of Kali Yuga. Have you no knowledge, no recognition of that?" Sarvabhauma, apparently defeated, said, "You go and take prasadam, and afterwards you come and teach me." And then Gopinath said, "Not by the dint of one's study or intelligence can one understand God, but only through His grace." Atapi te deva padambujadvaya prasada le shanugrita evahi. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:14-29. Then Sarvabhauma said, "You say that you have that grace, and I do not. What is your reasoning behind this? You say that you have the grace of the Lord because you say that He is an incarnation. And because I can't give recognition to that, I have no grace? What is the proof of this?" Gopinath Acharya replied, "Acharya kahe vastu vishaye haya vastu gyan, vastu tattva jnana haya kripate praman." It's from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 689. "It is evident that I have the grace of the Lord because I know Him, and that you have not because you deny Him." So the answer to your question is given here. Our own inner experience, our internal satisfaction, our connection or acquaintance with reality is the real evidence. Nothing external can give any proof. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom we worship here, who is on the altar here, on the Simhasan, is considered Krishna himself. So not just an incarnation of Krishna, but actually Krishna and Radharani combined. So it is Krishna tasting the devotion and the love of Radha, of Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani is the topmost devotee of Krishna, and the most intense prem, ecstatic love, that is her possession. She holds that, and she exudes that. And her complexion is a gold. She's a golden complexion, whereas Krishna is dark, blackish. But Krishna is so devoted. As the devotees are devoted to Krishna, but Krishna is in turn devoted to the devotees. So there's a kind of a paradoxical exchange of servitorship taking place between the topmost devotee and Krishna. So Krishna is desiring to taste the ecstatic love of Radharani, of his topmost devotee. And this desire manifests, it fructifies in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna appears as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with, Guru Maharaj says, the heart of Radharani and the halo of Radharani. So the inner substance of Radharani and the outer glow, the bodily effulgence of Radharani. So Mahaprabhu is known as the golden avatar because his complexion is a brilliant, shining gold like Srimati Radharani. And his heart was also that of Radharani, wanting to taste love, tasting love for Krishna. And so that is the inner purpose for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance 500 years ago in Navadvip, India. To taste the love, the ecstatic love and happiness of Srimati Radharani, the pleasure she gets from service to Krishna, from loving Krishna. And the external reason is to establish the Yuga Dharma. And the current Yuga is Kali Yuga. So there is a Dharma for this period of Kali Yuga, which lasts 432,000 years. So we're approximately 5,000 years into the duration of Kali Yuga, so there's another long way to go. Coronavirus is not going to kill us all.
There are many.
427,000 years to go. So the Dharma for this age was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's outer purpose for appearing was to spread the method for attaining Krishna Bhakti. And that is the Yuga Dharma. The Dharma spiritual practice for Kali Yuga is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And that is done in two ways. Congregationally, which is considered the Yuga Dharma itself, Sankirtan, which are groups of people chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Or you could say more broadly, any name of God. It's non-sectarian. People can come together and glorify Bhagavan through congregational chanting of his divine names. And also more privately in japa meditation. And that is what is being discussed here as Harinam initiation. So that is done privately on beads.
Yes.
And that is so to spread the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, that is the external purpose of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the internal purpose is a tumultuous and intense dynamo of divine love for Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. That is also the goal of the devotee. So the Yuga Dharma is to spread it in terms of quantity, and through that spreading and the practice of the Yuga Dharma, then the quality of service to Radharani in that mood will develop in the sadhaka, in the practitioner, in the devotee. And so that's our goal. And we worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in that spirit. Maybe we'll finish there because this chapter does go on for a little while. So, do you have any comments or questions? No?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Because we are talking about Guru Tattva and the classification between them. Now
Mantra Guru or Diksha?
I get to understand the Guru Tattva itself. When we see Guru as a person, how it is different than Guru Tattva? I'm yet to understand that.
Well, Krishna says, Acharya Mam Vijanayan, that ultimately he is the Acharya, the Guru. So ultimately God is the Guru, the teacher. And so Guru Tattva is that function. And in a sense, well, and it is true that you can say that God must be by himself and for himself. This was a quote from a German philosopher that Guru Maharaj quoted, and he used to describe one aspect of Krishna or God. This must be by itself and for itself. In other words, it must be self-sufficient. It cannot need anything for its support. So it must be by itself, self-sufficient, and for itself. For everything must be, therefore, encapsulated there as for the pleasure of God. And so, what is there any need for a teacher of any kind, you may say? So God doesn't need a teacher. Krishna doesn't need a teacher. But the jiva souls, the jivas, entrapped in Maya Shakti require teaching. They require some kind of assistance. As was said earlier, that it is, I'm trying to find it here, maybe not, but it is grace. It is the descent of grace or mercy that is necessary for spiritual awakening to take place, for spiritual realization to happen. It is not just a ritualistic sadhana practice, that is necessary, but there must be an invitation called lolyam, or a hankering for the grace, so that grace descends. And the descent of that grace, right, takes the form of Guru. So Guru Tattva is Krishna in his function of uplifting individual souls from ignorance to a state of spiritual awakenment. That is the function of Guru Tattva. And your question exactly is, do you mind just reiterating it?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to understand how, when we say, he is my Guru.
Right.
Is he guided by the same tattva? Or he is that tattva?
So it is the spirit of the teaching that is all important. And here you might want to differentiate between the form of the Guru and the spirit, the teaching of the Guru. So Guru Tattva can reveal itself, or the Guru can reveal himself or herself in different forms. The form is not of particular importance. The form serves as a vehicle to transmit spiritual substance. So the form of the Guru must also be respected, must be given utmost respect, but not to the point of mistaking the spirit for the form. So, and this is where sincerity is necessary. We were talking about sincerity yesterday, and this is a very important point, is if one has sincerity, in other words, honesty of purpose, if one genuinely wants spiritual realization and they don't want money, or they don't want birth in some heavenly planet, they don't want to be born on Indra's planet or in some, the Gandharva Loka or whatever. So if there is no motivation for their own material welfare, for getting maybe a beautiful wife or money or whatever it may be, if their motivation is free of those things, then they can be deemed to have a sincere motivation. They can be called a sincere devotee or practitioner. And it is that sincerity which determines whether or not you get a genuine teacher. So if you are insincere, then God will give you someone to fulfill your desires, and you will get essentially what you were looking for. You'll get a mix of spirituality with with mundanity thrown in. And your guru will embody what you're looking for. So the guru comes, and in a sense you can say a disciple gets the guru they deserve based on their level of sincerity. So the all-important fundamental factor to start with, the practical point, is to develop a purity of heart and a purity of sincerity and desire, and then one will get a qualified guru to fulfill that. And wherever one sees that spiritual substance coming to meet them, coming into their heart as a result of their purified, sincere desire, they must go wherever it's coming from. So it's not relative, it's not conditional on any form in this world, but it takes form to suit its purpose. And wherever that purpose is being fulfilled, wherever that purpose of conducting the highest substance is being fulfilled, then the disciple, the student, the devotee must go there and drink that, partake of that. So in that sense, you can say it's a little difficult to predict exactly where the guru might appear, where spiritual instruction might appear. So in order to recognize that, in order to connect with real Guru Tattva in whatever form it takes, one must look within and purify the sincerity of their desire and purpose. And when that is done, everything else falls into place. And there will be a proper relationship with Guru Tattva, a genuine connection with Krishna through his via medium, who is known as the Guru.
Can I add something?
Yes.
You could see Guru as the inspired side of the Vaishnava. That there may be a relative aspect of a person's, like a personality, but then the inspired side of that, where you're seeing that connection, that is a Guru. Like the Guru may be a jiva, and is maybe a jiva, but then the inspired side of them, where you recognize Guru, then that is Guru. So like a conductor, like you were saying, a medium for grace.
I'm trying to understand what you mean. If you can give example, it will be easier.
Like somebody who's like a madhyam adhikar, like somebody who they have one foot in the material world and one foot in the spiritual world, and they're trying to bring people from here to there. They might be a jiva. Like it's not the one way I was interpreting your question was whether or not the manifestation of Guru is holy Guru Tattva, or whether or not they can be a jiva conveying Guru Tattva.
No. What I'm trying to understand is, so far I have been quite long actually in this circle, but somehow I've hardly found the inspiration to become disciple. That is a problem.
Okay.
I couldn't find solution. There are instances in my life where I can see that I am seeking, that I need guidance.
Yes.
And then many times I feel that somebody is looking for me, but I'm not following the right direction and reaching him, or he's trying to reach me different way.
Yes.
And he's trying I'm not able to follow him. So definitely he's looking, but somebody is looking for me. So means somebody definitely sending.
Yes.
So that means there is an instruction to reach the guidance to me, but I'm not able to.
You're not able to actually connect with it.
Connect, or means or I'm not able to. He is not able to find me, or I'm not ready to find him.
Yes, that's possible.
Yeah, that is happening.
It is said that
It is not going away.
the Guru may appear when the disciple is ready, and there is a certain prerequisite to necessary. There is a prerequisite before one can appreciate a genuine Guru. So Krishna says in the Gita, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadikshante jnana jnaninas tattvadarshanaha. So the first stage is to find a Guru. So the fact you have a desire to find a guru is commendable. You're on the right track. Also, there is no rush, because many people may set themselves up as guru. In fact, if you or I decided to say that, I'm an avatar, and I'm an avatar, I'm God, we could all go out and gather a few disciples for ourselves. I'm sure we could.
There are many in India like that.
Yes.
Very common.
Yes,
Very common.
yes. So there's no rush just to get a guru for guru's sake. One needs a genuine guru. And in order to capitalize, or in order to make the relationship work, because having a good guru, genuine guru is one thing, but you also must be a genuine disciple. So it takes two to tango also in this relationship of guru-disciple. So the guru must be genuine, the disciple must be genuine. Otherwise, it's not, the process of transformation, spiritual transformation, is not going to work. So Krishna says, tad vidi pranipatena pariprashnena, paripratena, which means surrender. So there must be some element of sacrifice or surrender when one approaches the guru. So one must be prepared to give something from oneself. And that may even sometimes take the form of a sacrifice of doubt or a leap of faith. And sacrifice must be made from a position of faith. In Bhakti, there are 9 gradations of spiritual development, starting from faith or Shraddha and ending in Prem, spiritual ecstatic love. And there are 7 in between. So Shraddha is the first one, so that is necessary. From Shraddha, one develops the inspiration to associate with other people that have Shraddha. Birds of a feather flock together. So if one wants to have faith, which is necessary to make a sacrifice, which is necessary according to Krishna when one meets a genuine guru, then one must also associate with those people that have faith. If one wants faith and wants a guru, yet they associate with worldly people who are interested in sensuality and money and status, I mean, these things to a certain extent are necessary. But if one is carried away with them and you associate with such people, then that is going to work against your fortune in terms of finding a guru. That will compromise your faith and your inspiration. So in order to develop your faith, you need to surround yourself with like-minded people, and their energy will complement you. And as you progress spiritually, your energy will complement them as well. And that is known as sadhu sangha. Whereas if you associate with worldly people, you might call that kusanga, like the association of hogs or something. That won't do you any good.
Yeah.
So that is a very practical consideration. You have faith, and then the association of like-minded people will cause that faith to grow. And following that, you can begin sadhana practice, which is known as bhajana kriya. And this can be done under the guidance of a guru and in connection with like-minded people, with devotees. So in answer to your question, develop your sincerity, continue searching. There's no mad rush to formalize an initiation, to become a disciple, to climb some kind of hierarchy in a certain social or religious group. There's no rush to that. Jai Mahaprabhu. So you may take comfort in the adage that a guru will come when the disciple is ready, and it's up to you to make yourself ready. That's your responsibility. And you can be assured and thus hopeful that here there is a genuine spiritual life being practiced.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm lucky, I live very close, so definitely.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's very convenient.
All right, we can finish there. Do you want to sing, Griffin? We have one final song.
Hari Haraye Nama Krishnaya Bhavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadhavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadhavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopala Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinath Pada Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Jai Saparikara Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari Ji Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Srila Guru Dev Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Saranta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Samaveda Vaishnav Mandala Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Go Pramanandi Hari 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 Bo. Oh, you are.